Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of the Bionicle. Hello everyone, it's Brian, and here on Amaja-Nui Tales, we'll be diving into the diverse characters of Bionicle. Today, we'll be uncovering the great being who lived among the Matoran and has a thirst for power, Velika. Velika is the fake name of a great being who transferred his consciousness into a Po-Matoran to witness his creations firsthand. During his time in the Matoran universe, he posed as an engineer of the Voya Nui resistance team. After the planet Spherus Magna was reformed, he made plans to rule the new society with an iron fist. Velika was originally a great being who was obsessed with creating and had access to advanced technology that imitated magic. After taking the body of a Po-Matoran, Velika retained his creative talents and was physically stronger than other types of Matoran, though this was weakened by his repairs from the mad being Karzani. To compensate for this, he carried a pair of power carvers, which he used to cut through materials for crafting. Velika believed that having a stronger grip was necessary to maintain order and blamed his colleagues for not stopping the planet's destruction. He was willing to kill anyone or sacrifice innocents to preserve his rule. Due to his beliefs, Velika considered himself to be the most intelligent and the most righteous. As a Matoran in the Matoran universe, he spoke in riddles which helped to protect the island of Voya Nui from its foes. Velika started off as a great being on Spherus Magna. With the appearance of the highly valued, energized protodermis, a great tribal war broke out on the planet. Seeing that the world was going to shatter, the great beings worked together to create a giant robot called Amaja-Nui as their solution. Velika also worked on the creation of the killer Batera robots, as well as the Toa Eliminator, Merendar. Fascinated by the inner workings of the Amaja-Nui robot, he wanted to see his creations firsthand. To hide himself, he announced to the rest of his colleagues that he was going into exile. He transferred his consciousness to the first Matoran he came across, a Po-Matoran, and took on the name Velika to conceal his true identity. Velika entered the robot before it launched into space, leaving behind his original body in suspended animation. After the planet shattered, Velika kept in touch with various agents including Cabrua, Perdidas, and Attackus, who updated him on events happening on the fragments. In return, the hidden great being provided his agents many tools and gadgets to assist them. During his time in the robot, Velika unleashed a blessing and curse by gradually bringing true sapience to all the species of the Matoran universe. This awakening eventually shaped the many decisions made throughout Bionicle history. Velika was eventually sent to the dark land of Karzani, where he was rebuilt into a weaker version of himself, before being sent to the village of Voya Nui on the southern continent. After the Great Cataclysm, the region of Voya Nui carried Velika and others rocketing towards the surface of the ocean planet Aquamagna. For many years, he struggled to survive on the isolated island. When the Paraka arrived at Voya Nui and claimed they were Toa, Velika was put in charge of the construction of the Paraka stronghold, though he soon joined the Voya Nui resistance team to rebel against the imposters. After stealing the Paraka's weapon, the Zammer launcher, the Matorans studied the weapon, which confirmed their suspicions. But before the team could warn the rest of the Matoran, the Paraka enslaved them with the Makuta substance, Antidermis. It was not long after when Velika discovered that energized protodermis on the island can free the Matoran from their enslavement. The team later observed the Toa Nuva losing their masks and tools to the Paraka. Despite their doubts, Velika and the resistance team joined forces with the Toa to recover their possessions at the Paraka stronghold. Despite successfully recovering the masks and tools, the Matoran and Toa were defeated by the Paraka's Titan ally Brutaka. Velika and the Matoran were briefly interrogated by the Paraka before escaping. Velika finally met with the newly arrived Toa Inika to free the Matoran from enslavement. With his knowledge about Zamor launchers and energized protodermis, he constructed new upgraded Zamor launchers for the Toa. He then went along with them to look for the captured Toa Nuva, but was unable to find them. The Toa Inika fought with the Paraka, while Velika and his team continued their search. Velika eventually found the Toa Nuva in a hidden room and helped them to recover their tools and masks once again. After the Mask of Life disappeared into the waters below Voya Nui, the Matoran, Toa Inika, and Toa Nuva met up with the Titan Axon on the beaches of the island before departing with their new objectives. When Voya Nui sank under the ocean, Axon gathered Velika and others into the caves under the island to protect them. With Voya Nui restored to its original position, Velika found himself back on the southern continent. When Makuta Pterodax took over the Matoran universe, the hidden Great Being was not surprised, but saw the Makuta's rule as an inconvenience to his plans. Velika went ahead to assist in the resistance efforts to maintain his hidden identity. After Amaja-Nui repaired the planet of Spherus Magna, Velika migrated onto the newly reformed world. Being a witness to the majority of bionicle history, he concluded that the Great Beings were too passive and planned to take over the world as their new ruler. Velika started his master plan by eliminating powerful beings to make the new society easier to control. He got his revenge on the madman Karzani by killing him in a canyon. He then freed the freakish being Trankrom from the creature's island, before also killing him in a forest. Both deaths brought fear throughout the population of the planet. The hidden Great Being planned to calm these fears by acting as their savior, and form various alliances, including with the Toa Nuva, to build trust in him. Velika also planned to win their gratitude through his gift of free will that he gave all of them centuries prior. Velika continued his murdering spree by sending his agent Kabrua to kill a group of Toa and Glatorian that was searching for the other Great Beings. He also planted a bomb under a towering fortress to eliminate all the powerful beings inside of it, including Axon, Brutaka, Tuyet, Helrix, Artaka, Vizon, Miserix, and a cursed Great Being. Overconfident that his plan succeeded, Velika prepared a grave marker to continue his reign of terror. However, his targets were able to escape in time. It is unknown what other beings might be on his hit list, as well as the full extent of his plans. Though if Velika was to succeed, the world would enter a dark future where his word was law, and freedom was an illusion. It would take the powers of both good and evil to stop his sinister schemes, and only time will tell if good does prevail. If you'd like to see more tales, check out our channel and our videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is the way of the Bionicle.